Welcome to another episode of the Amateurs Podcast. I'm your host, Darryl the Great. I'm here with my co-host, Edwin Asensio, amateur photographer. That man's been busy as hell. But let me tell you something. It's been a week since we haven't recorded, and there's been so much that has happened in New York sports. The Mets, the New York Mets, the team from Flushing is the team that is going out there, looking at their team, assessing the things that are wrong with it, and going out there and using money to make those problems go away, to create a winning culture in Flushing. Now, I have the biggest Met fan that I know. I've known him for almost half my life. And he's out here taking photos of professional, amateur, college, sports. He's all over the metro area taking pictures of people playing sports at a high level. Edwin, how do you feel about your Mets?
Bro, I was in shock. Now I know, yeah, everybody was telling me like, yo, don't get hyped over these signings and them picking up major pieces. But this is a huge change from a few weeks ago when we was talking about Syndergaard and Conforto leaving, and I was sad. I was sad, bro. No more Syndergaard. This, bro, you witnessed me being almost in tears, bro. And now we're the big spenders, bro. We cut the fucking check. We opened it. I told you Uncle Cohen was gonna open the checkbook, and what did he do, bro? He opened the fucking checkbook and signed Max Scherzer, Sterling Marte. Excuse me. We missed out on a couple other people. Eduardo Escobar and Mark. I can't even say his last name, but Mark Canna. I don't know how to say his last name. But we got Canna, and right there, those are the pieces that needed to be addressed for the Mets. And bro, having Max Scherzer and Jacob DeGrom in the top of your rotation, bro, is fucking nuts to think about it. Two Cy Young Award winners to lead every 3 to 4 days in a row that you're gonna get two solid starts. You're gonna get two solid starts. You have a chance to go out there and win, bro. It's crazy. I'm a little upset that we couldn't keep other players that were free agents, aka Baez left to Detroit. Stroman went to Chicago. Listen, real quick about that shit, bro. I saw the signing yesterday. I'm like, Chicago, the Cubs. I mean, what do the Cubs got going for them? There, I don't know. Off the top of your head, do you know anything? Because I don't know anything about the Cubs.
When it comes to like other sports teams and like their cities, I feel like you don't put any type of respect on them.
You or me?
Like you say, like what's like who cares about Chicago? Because I'm a New Yorker. You're mad standoffish.
No, me.
Like
No, I'm not saying. I'm not disrespecting Chicago, but
no, bro.
Chicago did dump.
Look.
They dumped everybody. So that's what I want to know. They unloaded a lot of players this past year. I mean, to go to
Hear me out.
Chicago, you're getting your money. I understand. You need your check.
Hear me out. I remember when you told me that Baez signed to Detroit. You're like, I don't know why somebody would. I remember a couple episodes ago,
Yeah, I said that.
you were talking about Correa
Why would I go to
going
Detroit?
to Detroit. Like, why would you want to play for that city? First of all, I feel like it's very insensitive to people who live in Detroit. I think Detroit is a great city. I feel like they deserve. Listen. Before you speak, bro. I feel like that city deserves a good sports team because think about it. The last great sports teams that the Detroit had was like in the 2000s when they had Ben Wallace and Chauncey Billups and they took
Yeah.
them all the way to the finals. So
Mhm.
please, bro. And it's not like our city is any better when it comes to sports. We fucking suck. Last championship was about 10 years ago, bro.
All right. You're talking about Detroit, right? Now,
Yes.
I'm gonna get back to Detroit real quick. About me having a grab against Chicago and the Cubs. I'm gonna go back to that just now. I don't think whatever was in Chicago, Stroman obviously liked to go over there. That's his thing. So whatever. He went to Chicago. There, he's fine there. With Detroit, Detroit has a lot of things, and I can't speak on how the culture is in Detroit. Neither one of us can speak about it. We're not from there. I've never been to Detroit. I'll eventually go. Who knows when I'll go? But they don't have very their fan base has not have anything to cheer about in terms of a championship in quite some time. And if you know the Detroit Lions, I didn't want to get with the Detroit Lions. They stink. They
And what do
haven't. They
we
haven't.
are good?
We're a little better than the Giant. Listen, the Giants have
We're
championship Super
not.
Bowls that we can. As I'm not
Well,
talking about.
that's
I'm talking
different.
about the overall. Detroit
Yeah.
has had
Okay.
a bad, cards. They had terrible cards dealt to them. So in reality, Detroit's not really the best city you want to go and play for. In terms of you want, I mean, if you want to change a culture, then go. So be it. They got a lot of young guys on the Tigers. Don't get me wrong, but Bias wanted to. Hey, I don't know. Listen, they offering you the bread, so you're gonna go where the money's going. But Detroit hasn't had much to cheer about other than when they went to the World Series, or roughly almost 10 years ago now. Almost, if you think about it, 2013. Not World Series. I'm sorry, the championship series. Last time they made to the playoffs, 2013, when they, that was the last time they made to the postseason. And the Lions, I can't even remember the last time the Lions were pretty good when they had Megatron and Stafford. Well, Megatron was the guy there. Before that was Sanders, but other than that, it's been hard to like cheer for something in Detroit. So you're going there. I don't mean to slander other cities. New York has a lot to be happy about, minus a couple teams like the Jets and the Knicks not having a championship for 40 plus years, and then the Jets. Don't even get me started with the Jets. So I mean, we have a better culture here in New York. Let's be honest here, bro. In the
It's fine. It's
overall,
fair.
thing. So back to what I was,
That's fair.
yeah. So back to what I was getting to. Sherman went to Chicago, Bias to Detroit. Hill went to the Red Sox. Obviously, Noah went to Los Angeles. I don't know where Conforto's going to be at. So that's a whole different topic. I guess we'll eventually find out. But to add everybody that we did, bro, I am super like this shit's gonna be off the charts. I'm pretty sure Citi Field, those first two starts between DeGrom and Scherzer, those gonna be sold out. Any home game that they're gonna be at every day, this past season when I went to the Mets game, especially even when there was the capacity limits, when DeGrom was on the mound, bro, it was a show. Like you're going there to see MVP pitching, MVP caliber, Cy Young award winning, that elite status pitcher. Now you're gonna have match. This is gonna sell a lot of tickets. The Mets are gonna sell. They know what they're doing. They're selling a lot of tickets with the signing. Marte is a great addition. I don't know about you, but I know you wanted the Yankees to try to make some move for him too, right? I mean, am I wrong? Am I right?
I wanted the Yankees to do something.
Well, anyway,
I wanted them to do something.
We'll get
Nah,
we'll get to that. Let me wrap this up real quick. I'm sorry, bro. Just know we're gonna get a manager, and once we get a manager going, hopefully we'll get some baseball going by February. Hopefully this thing will sort out. I'm gonna let you touch on based on that whole lockout thing is going on, which is pretty nuts to be honest. And we're gonna see, man. I cannot wait. I know it's the same old song and dance every Mets off season, like when we did with Lindor this past year when he signed with the Mets, and then we were like, oh, we World Series. I mean, I'm guilty of that shit, bro. We talking World Series, you know that. Was talking crazy. I was talking crazy.
Yeah.
And the Mets did what the Mets did. So, but yo, bro, can't wait.
So I just want to look at this from a wider scope.
Yeah. Go ahead.
These accusations by them. I don't want to talk about the Yankees right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Mets made many significant acquisitions for positions that they needed. Now, I feel like obviously the biggest addition is Max Scherzer, Mad Max himself, Mr. Two-Tone Eyes. That's a prize. That's a prize in itself. There's still a couple of other big name pitchers that are still in the market that should. I don't know how things are going to work with this lockout. I don't know how contracts are not going to be negotiated at all.
Mm-mm.
However, the Mets looked at their team. They saw the pieces that departed, such as Noah Syndergaard. and Jeff McNeil. He was a significant role, but during last season he was pretty mediocre, and they obviously upgraded that second base position to somebody who is going to hit for power and drive in runs. A very, very important hole that was filled with that signing. Starling Marte is a veteran center fielder. He's going to play great defense, and he's going to get on base and hopefully be a terror on the base pads. They did a great job in terms of looking at what they have. They realized we have really two top talents in Francisco Lindor and Jacob deGrom. And we have these pieces. How are we going to build around these pieces? And the signings that they made are very significant. And it's safe to say this is probably one of the biggest off seasons in Met history. I'm not a Mets fan myself, but looking at the things that have happened over the past couple of weeks, it's fair to say if you're a Mets fan, you should be very excited. Your team gives a shit about winning. And hopefully, I'm hoping that the Mets don't fucking end up like the Mets if we have baseball this season. And what I say by end up like the Mets, you have all this hype running into the offseason.
Yep.
Yeah, the season starts, you're 15-2.
Yeah.
And then after that, you just fucking forget how to fucking play baseball. Now, a lot of people are gonna say, this is impossible. With all the acquisitions that we've made, it's not gonna happen. But listen, there's been Met teams that have been amazing at fucking shit in the bed. And I hope this is not the case for this team. I hope they go out there and play great baseball. And it's an incentive for me because me, I don't like traveling far. My ass is gonna rather just go to Citi Field than fucking go to Yankee Stadium. It's tough being a Yankee fan in Queens. So,
All right.
how do you feel about the acquisitions in relations to the team struggles of last season? Do you feel like your team has addressed the issues that they had last season?
They lost out on a few good pitchers. Now we lost out, like I mentioned the names, we lost out on them. Addressing that, you needed that second ace and a great arm. Obviously, you needed that stability in your rotation. There was a lot of question marks around the entire rotation last year, minus Marcus Stroman, minus Jacob deGrom, and Taijuan Walker as well. Up until the All-Star break, he was pitching phenomenal. And everybody else is kind of plug and play for the entire season. So you got yourself like another solid guy, not even solid guy, a terrific pitcher. Let me not even say solid. It's disrespectful to Max Scherzer, future Hall of Famer. You got him. You address the questions in your outfield with Conforto leaving. You plug in that Starler Marte, another great defensive outfielder, and obviously great at mashing that baseball. Escobar is a great pickup. Since we're losing on Baez, I think you needed to fill that spot up as well. Villar, I think Villar is gonna stay. I'm not sure, but if you have him, Lindor and Escobar, and Marquette is a great tool player, utility player as well. He could definitely play as well.
Every team needs that.
What happened?
Every team needs that.
Every team, yeah, every team needs that one guy. So I think the Mets pretty much addressed a lot of the problems that they knew they were coming for after the season ended in October. I think they're gonna have a great. They're not finished. Apparently, they're not. Was what they said. They wanted to add some more arms and a couple more pieces. But I think with the lineup you have, I mean, the lineup of the team you have, you got Lindor, you got Alonso, obviously deGrom, yeah, Marte to that equation. McNeil's still on the team. McNeil's, I mean, you want to hope these guys get some bounce back for 2022. So if there's a season going on next year, I think the problems that they've addressed this past month and a half has been, I think they're pretty good. I think we're gonna have a great season, in my opinion. I don't want to jump on that The hype train is a little early for that, but like I can't not be hype, bro. It's just that's how it is.
That's good.
Another thing I wanted to
Um,
mention, by the way, since all of this Mets talk, and I'm fucking for it, man. I fucking love it. The Mets being the topic of the town. It's the middle of the freaking dead of the off season. Nothing going on, but baseball is still the topic. We made it. The hot stove is on. Like that shit was on. And now on the other side of town, bro, the Yankees with the highest. I don't know what the highest payroll and they got a lot of money. The Yankees, they ain't doing nothing, bro. I don't. What you got to say to that? What do you have to say about you being a Yankees fan? You seeing that the Yankees obviously have issues that they needed to that needs to be addressed as well, and they didn't bother to make any move. They know the deadline was coming, so they clearly were. They knew that deadline was looming. You wanted to try to do something before it, which the Mets did. The Yankees, I don't know, bro. What do you got to say to that? What do you have to say about them not really, like I said, sitting on the whats, like
they're sitting on their fucking ass, and I'm pretty sure fucking Hal Steinbrenner's dad is fucking turning his fucking grave the way he's fucking managing this team. I want to know, since when did this fucking team become so horny to be like the fucking Rays, to not only copy their model of doing things from an operational standpoint? I want to know why, when you have the biggest sports market in the whole entire United States, you have one of the most valuable teams ever, the most historic major league professional sports team ever in the world, you decide to sit on your nuts when there is many issues with this team. We needed a shortstop. A couple of shortstops are already gone. Simeon's with the Texas Rangers. Correa and Seager's with the Rangers. Sheesh, bro. Two top talents already gone. Correa is still, I don't know. Apparently, he's still in conversations with the Yankees. That's great. You still got a lot of work to do. We need an outfielder. We need a couple of outfielders.
as
We
Simeon.
need
Simeon was,
pitchers.
yeah.
Well, Simeon wanted like 7 years, and he's kind of old. 7 years for 32 years old. That's unheard of. And I'm just fucking disappointed with this team. And they expect us to go and just spend money and go to their stadium and buy the chicken finger buckets and, oh yeah, Yankees, they didn't really make any improvements on the offseason. So, I'm still gonna buy tickets because they're my favorite team. No, bro. I'm gonna fucking buy tickets for fucking Uncle Cohen, bro. Theo Cohen. Theo Cohen.
Tio Cohen, son.
It's just the fact that the
Yeah.
the Mets are serious about putting a serious product on the field. And it's almost like the Mets are just compete, like the Mets are like, hey, I know we have issues and we're gonna address them. And how are we gonna address them? We have money. The fans came out and supported us,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna make sure that those are addressed. And the
Mm-hmm.
Yankees is just like, I don't really feel like it. I
yeah,
just don't understand.
yeah. I like how you mentioned that the Mets obviously addressed the issues, but Uncle Theo Cohen. I'm gonna call him Theo Cohen because he's you know he came out last year when he had initially purchased the team the end of the end of last 2020 and before the offseason that we had indoor and all of that. He came out and said, I want to put a winning product on the field. He was serious about bringing players in, and this is nothing new from compared to last season. Obviously you bring Francisco Lindor, you didn't do it for nothing. You obviously brought Lindor and you broke the piggy bank to get him in, so you clearly were serious. He was serious from off the rip. I'll say that. This year, the way the season panned out, obviously shitty finish of the year. He comes out this offseason again and addresses the issues. Everybody basically cleans house with everybody. Everybody leaves. So a whole new regimen, and you got a new GM. Cohen's like, all right, cool. Now we got a new GM. Now we're gonna bring in, we're gonna basically put forth our issues and deal with them face to face. And he's a fan. At the end of the day, Theo Cohen's a fan, and you can clearly tell he doesn't want to see a product of the Mets in the same old Mets on the field, losing, trying to sell out tickets, trying to hoping people will show up to the game. Sometimes Mets fans, we're diehards. We're go to the game regardless. I know people that there's people that have gone to games where they're 14 to 2 blowouts and they're staying up to 9th inning and it's like 12 o'clock at midnight. Our fans are this fan base. They're diehard. Not to say Yankee fans are not diehards, but the Yankee fans are pretty much accustomed to having winning squads, having those playoff teams,
Big
having
off
those
seasons.
big off season aspirations every year. Everybody's talking about. You guys talk about chase of 28, another ring. You guys come every year with that the championship mindset, respectfully, obviously respectful. So you guys have that mindset. The Mets we're trying to change that culture here, bro. And I'm damn happy about it because I don't think we would have had the Wilpons as the owners still to this day in 2020, 2021, 2022 coming into the year now. I don't think we would have had this kind of conversation, bro. I'm happy that we're having this kind of the regimen changes, changing the culture. He's spending out here like Theo Cohen spent like the Yankees, bro. He's literally spending like the Yankees would spend, bro. You guys are signing players a lot of, you guys are used to signing A-Rods and players to big contracts. I ain't gonna go into that, but they're changing that culture, bro.
Yeah, you know who's also changing that culture? The MLB. They're not too hot about all these contracts going for nothing. And you mentioned this earlier, the lockout, and the lockout is something serious because we might not see baseball next year if the player side and the owner side does not come into an agreement. We've seen a couple of lockouts. We've seen it for actually all the major sports besides baseball because baseball players get paid the most. I'm pretty sure NBA is pretty close to what they get paid.
This is the first work stoppage in 26 years.
In 26 years, which is, pretty good. But I feel like the owners feel like they've definitely been getting taken advantage of by the players. And to be honest, from a fan standpoint, you obviously want to see baseball. From an owner standpoint, you don't want to invest in a 32-year-old for 10 years and then have him bat 200 and then you have to waive him and then you're fucked with his fucking $40 million a year contract, aka Robinson Cano. So
I don't
something's have to give. We can't keep at the end of the day, like there's been a lot of proposals, a lot of ideas being thrown around when it comes to these big contracts. One of them is we could if you're performing at a very elite level in your later years, like Scherzer, 37 years old, getting paid $43 million a year. That's pretty high. It's higher than Garrett Cole's getting paid, which is pretty nuts. However, his contract is very short. It's only 3 years. Now, this could be where we see people signing shorter contracts. I don't want to sign the 30-year-old for 10 years because I'm locked in. Owners are realizing like these guys don't return a value at the back end of their career, and the importance of signing these players is to win baseball games. And if I'm paying you $40 million a year and you're playing no better than a fucking utility player, what's the point of keeping you on my roster, wasting a roster spot, and paying you $40 million to waste my roster spot? So there's that one where you're getting paid a lot for a short amount of time, or you can have incentivized contracts where if you're going to sign a very long-term deal, you have to perform at a very high level, like we see in the NFL. Obviously, NFL players are grossly underpaid. They deserve to be paid the most, in my opinion, because they put their bodies on the line. Literally, life-altering effects happen to these players after their careers are over.
Definitely true.
So yeah, I mean, baseball is obviously the safest out of all the contact sports that we we know and love in America. But I really think that players are not going to win in this instance. They're very upset. A lot of them taking it to Twitter, putting that default icon as their profile pictures, and they're taking a stand against the MLB because they know the owners are rich as fuck. And I can't blame the players for obviously getting upset at the change, because it's a very drastic change, especially if you're working hard to be at that level, to play in the bigs, the bright lights where fans pay tons of money to see you, invest their hard-earned dollars in your jersey to have your name on their back. So interesting times are coming. The discussion between the players and the owners, I believe, took about 7 minutes, and it didn't take too long before the players association stormed out, which is pretty nuts if you think about it. Whatever the owners proposed to the players was not what they wanted to hear, and here we are talking about this.
Damn.
What are your thoughts? It's a lot to take in.
There's
It's
a
a
lot.
lot.
No, it's a ton because in reality, these players are trying to make a living. They're trying to get they work their asses off to make it to the majors. So rightfully so, they're due for that kind of money. I agree with you on the fact that you don't, like you mentioned, you have a 10-year deal with Albert Pujols, for example. Albert Pujols signed for so and so amount of money back in 2011 to the Angels, and obviously he didn't even stay with the team. All those years later, his production like dropped. So for them to address that issue, to Lerner's like, listen, I don't think why am I paying, like you mentioned, why am I paying this guy all this money for what he's doing at age 30 or 29, knowing by the time he hits 39, you can't sign this, a lucrative deal like that anymore. I just hope they get something sorted out, trying to get everybody back on, obviously in the team offices, get everybody back onto their respective facilities, and get them ready for spring training. Still got some time, roughly 2 months, a little over 2 months to go. So spring training, so they start to work out again. You want to, as a fan, like you have meant, as a fan, I want to see baseball, but at the same time, you want everybody to get their fair share. You don't can speak. We're speaking. It's like we're kind of speaking from like the sidelines, to be honest, bro. Like we're just like talking like we only can ask for so much, but it's up to them, obviously, the players and the owners to decide what's right and what's not right for them. Obviously, if you're getting cheated out as an owner, you get all these deals like a Robbie Cano deal as well. That's another good example there.
So many deals like that, bro.
A
A
Rod,
Rod.
A Rod's a deal, and it's a lot of money that they're throwing at these guys too. And other leagues don't have that now, right? You're not gonna sign a running back for 10 years. You're not signing an NFL running back to a 10-year deal, even if you were allowed to. Let's be real here, bro. Like you're not gonna sign your running back. Say he's 26, you're not gonna sign him for 10 years and have him on a team till he's 36. It's not. That's not 36 in NFL. In the NFL is kind of like you're done already. Unless you're Adrian Peterson, as if a story though, but.
36 in the NFL is like you're 80 years old in real life,
Yeah,
bro.
it's like, and even as a running back, maybe as a QB, maybe you sign a quarterback to a 10-year deal. That rare instance, if you can keep, if you can
Oh,
keep
it's
him
not a
healthy.
rare instance. The quarterback position is like designed to be locked up
No,
for
no, I
that
get this.
amount of time.
I understand that, but I'm saying as a 10-year deal, that's a far ways out for 10 years, and you're hoping that quarterback stays up, keeps his end of the bargain because you want him to perform. So it's there's a difference there. In terms of having that deal go and hopefully to get it signed sooner than later. I don't know, bro. I mean, I can compare it to the NBA lockout. NBA lockout was crazy, bro. I don't know if you remember that in 2011.
It's pretty rough. It
Yeah,
went for a long time.
they had LeBron James playing pickup games, at like the Drew League and Durant doing all of that. They had freaking football games and whatnot. Like that NBA lockout was crazy. I don't think they're gonna do the same thing for Major League Baseball, but they don't get nothing done by February. By February, they don't get nothing done before the month of February. I don't know if we even have a spring training. Even who knows? It's a lot to take in though.
Yeah, we might. That's crazy, like to think about. But I definitely would like to see players doing other stuff. I think that would be super fun.
Who would you want to see?
Like in like in
Who,
the NBA lockout, like you said.
yeah, who would you want to see run? Who would you have run pickup games though? I don't know. Who would you can put like a 5-on-5? Who would you be your like? I don't know. Would you?
Five
I
on
don't think
five,
I ever
like
seen.
like a football pickup game. I would see Judge and Stanton dominate in the tight end position, bro.
There you go. There you go. Who would be a good quarterback though? That's a good question. I don't know. A lot of people pitchers you could put
Russell
any pitch.
Wilson, bro.
Put shut up, bro. Seahawks. Rosolo's buns right now, man. That's depressing.
It's okay, bro. Listen, the Seahawks suck. Russell Wilson doesn't want to play for their team. Clearly, Daniel Jones, neck not good right now. Hate to say it, bro, but I would love Russell Wilson to be a New York Giant.
That's a pipe dream. I would love
I don't
Russell.
think it's a price,
I would
but
love.
you
I
know,
would love
it is.
Russell Wilson in New York in a Giants uniform. One of my favorite players, quarterbacks. Probably one of my favorite players in NFL to play in New York. But at the same time, you gotta think about Daniel Jones and you gotta think about what management wants to do.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
I thought about it actually. I thought about it
oh,
within the
oh,
10
you did.
seconds that you spoke.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that Daniel Jones is a mediocre quarterback, and this franchise needs a franchise quarterback, somebody who can actually win football games. And management sucks mad dick from the New York Giants. And apparently, David Gettleman's on the way out no matter what happens. So hopefully, we can start making moves after this man fucking decimated our financials. So we can't really do anything in the financial side of football because we have no money to do anything. So yeah, I thought about it.
I didn't. I heard about getting the boot on the way out. I mean, he needs to get the fuck out of here. He should have fucking left a long fucking time ago, honestly. And don't get me started with Joe Judge. Now, Joe Judge has, I guess he has his games. I mean, we got rid of since the last time we were on. Actually, they got rid of Jason Garrett, the OC, and they have big man Freddie Kitchens. And I don't know. They call him. I don't know his fucking nickname. Apparently, he's loved in the locker room, but they got him running calling the plays on offense, and they played a good game. I mean, I want to say a good game. I say a good game in terms of Giants terms, good game against the Eagles, even though Jalen Hurts, he stunk it up. But the defense played well enough to keep him in the game, and the offense somehow managed to score 16 points. I don't know how do you do that, but they did. I think with Joe Judge, I don't think he's on the hot seat, but I don't know if you got to clean up your act soon. All this talk of, oh, we're gonna put a determined product on the field. We come out to play for the fans. We can't have this. All of that talk of being very like stern, very, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like the typical Joe Judge. Like I got tired of it already as it is. Every time there's a loss, tries to put something on themselves. Like that's great. Obviously, it's your guys' fault that you guys lost the game. There's nobody else to put the blame on. The other team played better than you guys. I get that part, but this is the same old narrative, bro. So I think Joe Judge, if they don't get some sort of run going on, or at least finish at 500 at the end of the season, I think he's gonna head out the door. And it sucks to say that because the Giants can't keep any coaches since Tom Coughlin left. If that's the case again, this is the third coach since Coughlin left. McAdoo, Shermer, and now Judge. If you get him out the door, but if they're gonna change the whole regimen in New Jersey over there, and they're gonna change everybody out, you're gonna have to take out Daniel Jones as well. You get rid of Gettleman, you get rid of Judge, you're gonna have to get rid of Jones as well. I mean, I don't know. You can't keep him in the same system if you're gonna bring a new coach in. and then you bring in another quarterback. There's a lot of free agents after this year, certain Aaron Rodgers as well as a free agent. Obviously Russ might not stay with the Seahawks. I don't know. It's I want to see it happen though.
When Ben McAdoo got fired and the Giants were looking for a head coach afterwards, their top picks for the head coaching position interviewed for the job, and they realized, nah.
Sherman's the
Nah. We're not. I'm not gonna be a coach for this team. I don't want to be a head coach for this team. From there on, there's something fun. I feel I'm pretty sure Gettleman was the GM at the time. Like, it was like his first job was finding a head coach.
Yeah,
and
he
they
brought
decided
he brought in Shermer. He's the one that
he
brought in
brought in
Shermer.
okay, but listen, he brought in Shermer because that was like his fifth option. Like, he had coaches that he wanted to be. Like, I remember Josh McDaniels, offensive coordinator of the Patriots, was like one of the top guys.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He was never a good head coach in my opinion. Matt Patricia, obviously, you saw him fucking coach the Lions and he fucking ran back to the Patriots. Pat Shermer was a fucking terrible pick at head coach. I knew he was going to be trash. He was going to be fucking trash, and he fucking was. However, the team was able to score on a kind of flip-floppy basis, but at least they could score, more than fucking 3 touchdowns sometimes. And then we stumbled on Joe Judge. When Joe Judge came on, I was like, oh, this guy is fucking, he's about this fucking football life.
Yep.
And then you see him on the field, makes terrible fucking coaching decisions, way too fucking conservative on the fucking field compared to all the other teams in the NFL. And honestly, I know I got the Giants in my background, but this is not because I'm in fucking love with the Giants. This is because I'm supporting my man's work. Edwin, this is a beautiful picture, by the way.
Thank you.
The Giants fucking suck. That win was nothing. That win meant nothing. Absolutely nothing. That was a disgusting win. And there's no team in the NFL that can win that way, in that fucking manner, the way the fucking Giants did. If the Philadelphia Eagles, well, it wasn't even the Eagles. It was Jalen Hurts that gave him that game. So shout out to Jalen Hurts. You gave this shitty team a W. For what reason? I don't know why. We're human. We all make mistakes. I know you're better than that, Jalen Hurts, because you've won football games. You won more football games than fucking Daniel Jones, and you're fucking. It's only your second year in the league.
Season, and he has more wins than DJ. Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that need to be changed with this organization. I'm not sure if it's the owners. I'm not sure if it's David Gettleman, but I have that itch that it is David Gettleman, because these guys, the Maras and the other fucking guy, he's been owning the fucking Giants forever. And, we won chips, we've had less talent. I don't know, bro. It's sad to see. The Giants fucking suck. That's it. They suck when they win. They suck even more when they lose. They suck every day because David Gettleman has that fucking stupid ass jacket on. The fucking 3/4 zip with the fucking Giants logo.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
and he's at the fucking GM desk, fucking making decisions.
That's his fucking style, bro. You gotta let him rock. No, I'll fuck with you. No, but like, so you mentioned how they're Gettleman's the issue. You mentioned that. I agree with you. Gettleman is the problem. He's like, did he bring on some sort of like bad luck to the team or something? Because it's like, since he's been in charge of this team, we've been shit in the bed for the last 5-6 years, and even longer than that. I'm sorry.
5-6 years when fucking Gettleman was in the fucking office.
What do you do though if you're the Maras, and you obviously have to make these decisions? we might be talking about this a month from now, a little over a month from now, and we might be seeing Judge get out the door. The season, there's only a month left in the season now. You might, if they're not gonna make, the Giants are not making the playoffs. I want to believe some sort of way the football gods give us some sort of path to the playoffs, but we can't win a game against a great opponent to save our fucking life. So
Why the fuck would I want the fucking Giants to
I
go to
wouldn't
the
want him in the
fucking
playoffs
playoffs?
either.
So
No,
fucking Joe Judge can make a fucking ass out of himself,
they're
more
not
of
gonna
a
make.
ass
They're
than he
not. They're
already
not.
looks like.
Listen, I don't think I
Okay,
would.
but I'm just saying,
I
don't
wouldn't want
even
to.
talk about playoffs and Giants.
All right, I
Okay,
apologize. You got a boss.
your team is literally the fucking bottom feeders of the league. We're fucking down there with the fucking Detroit Lions.
The
You
Detroit
know how
Lions.
fucking sad that is?
Detroit is worse. We're
We
not.
get on here every week and we complain about how shitty our teams are. And you know what's crazy? These teams have so much data now, more so than ever before, that they know what the fans want and they know what the fans are thinking because we're telling you we need you to get the team better. But when they see the fucking money come in, they're like, whatever. It's whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter what we do. We can make all we gotta do is get you talking during the off season. You're coming, you're spending money, you're buying season tickets, whatever. Fuck you, suck my dick. You're coming to pay. You're gonna watch the Giants regardless. It doesn't matter. That's how I fucking feel right now. Now, to make this better, to make this whole situation better, you got to get rid of Gettleman. I don't want to fucking see him there. I want to see a GM that can make fucking moves. You know what's fucking crazy about the Giants this year, bro?
What's up?
For the draft, we have picks number 8 and 9, I believe.
We got the Chicago.
And the Jets have fucking.
We got Chicago's pick. Yeah, Chicago.
So that was. I know we should on Gettleman like every fucking day of our fucking lives, but the fact that he traded for that pick was like actually fucking amazing because we could potentially like get to people that can produce for our fucking team.
2 first rounders. It's very hard to come by in the NFL. That 2 first rounders and within the top 10 as well. Shit.
Yes, but the thing is, we need good management. We need to be able to manage those picks because I haven't had like. Can you name a first round pick that you got excited for under Gettleman?
The only one I can really think of, bro, and it's crazy you're asking me this question, but Saquon. That was the one I was.
No, that's a terrible fucking pick. That's a terrible fucking pick. I love Saquon, bro. I'm saying Saquon.
I love. Okay, I love Saquon. That's what I'm saying. I love Saquon. Saquon Barkley's one of the best to play the running back position. So to see him come to the Giants, I was hyped. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like that's one pick I was hyped for.
No, yes, and I get that. However, what do I always tell you, Edwin? How is football won? Where is football won?
In the trenches.
In the fucking trenches.
Yeah.
Now, Edwin, we go back to that draft where Saquon was drafted second. Now, I'm going to give you the Saquon pill, or I'm going to give you the Quentin Nelson pill. Logically, as a person who understands the basics of how to win a football game, where would you put that? Where would you take that second round pick? Where would you go? You would go Saquon, or would you go Quentin Nelson?
You mean the first round pick?
The second pick that the Giants had.
Oh no, yeah, second overall pick.
Would you go Saquon still?
Looking back at it, I would have went Nelson.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I would have went Nelson when the draft happened, because Quentin Nelson is on his way to the Hall of Fame.
One of the best linemen in the game. Absolutely.
Bro, he would be a fucking franchise player. Eli Manning could have had his career extended because of that man. Insane. I'm just saying, like,
you're right.
If Gettleman is at the helm, if Gettleman with his little fucking 3/4, little zip up with the Giants logo right here, with his fucking dog on the fucking laptop, and he's making the call for the ninth and the eighth pick that they have, we're fucked. I don't want to be a Giants fan after this.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, if the Giants have an offseason where they do not fire David Gettleman, I do not. You can keep Joe Judge. I'm fine with Joe Judge, but if you get rid of Joe Judge, there's a man in Kansas City. He's an offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. I would like him to be a head coach because I think his time is coming. It would also give the Giants a compensatory pick because they hired a minority. That would be because the Jets made that move and they got the compensation. I don't how the fuck you say that.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
A compensational pick.
Yes.
They get the compensational pick for putting minorities in a spot of high authority. And I think Eric Bellini, I think that's how you say his name, would be a great fit because this team fucking sucks on offense. Abysmal. The worst scoring team in the NFL, 32nd in touchdowns over the past 2 seasons. Abysmal, as you might say.
Yeah. You think the offense is bad? Yes. How do I say this? Do you think are we any better if you have somebody else running the offense? Any other quarterback that's not Daniel Jones, you think this offense would have still struggled as much, or if you plug somebody else in, any other quarterback, well, not any other quarterback, well, quarterback that's established, elite quarterback, you think the offense would have still struggled the way it did? Jason Garrett was never good at calling plays. He pretty repetitive. But you think it would have made some sort of a difference having DJ not as our quarterback? And that's another pick too that Gettleman, he definitely reached for it. Now, nobody else is available for that draft. Haskins, he shit the bed. So we had what we had for that draft, picking up DJ. Anybody else on that team though? You think the offense will still be as bad as you are saying? And I agree with you. They're pretty fucking terrible.
Quarterback?
Any other QB that's not Daniel Jones, you think the offense will struggle as much? You open the game up with a different quarterback and you have a running back that can somehow make plays happen when the offense is not lenient on him. Saquon Barkley can only do so much. When Eli Manning was at quarterback, when Saquon was a rookie, that was his best season. And you know why? Because the offenses were, you have Eli Manning. Eli Manning can sling the thing. Give him enough time in there. He could sling it. He can't run, but he'll get you those points. He'll give you that deep threat. He knows what to do with the ball for the most part, Eli Manning. So your offenses have to worry. Your defenses are less worried about Saquon Barkley. Now that you have DJ running in, that 2019 season, he did all right, Saquon. The past 2 years, he's been hurt. And when he's on the field, it's stagnant because they know they're going to give him the ball. DJ's not going to sling the rock like he's supposed to. You sign Kenny Galladay. I'm sorry going off with this right now. You sign Galladay, Kenny G. You bring him in. He hasn't done. I haven't seen him fucking score a single. He just scored a touchdown this season because I don't remember, bro. Because he's been such a non-factor for this offense.
Who the fuck knows?
The entire offense itself has been a non-factor. You sign him to a very nice deal in hopes that would fix your Daniel Jones issue, but the issue still is fucking there. So I remember I think I told you this probably before. I don't know how long ago this was, but I said if he regresses this year, he's done after this season. And has he progressed at all this year, or has he regressed? Because I don't think he has progressed into that status of we need him. This is a quarterback you want to have in your team that it can lead your team to victories. It's not an 0-13 year, but it might as well fucking feel like it because these games that they're winning are by chance and the defenses are bailing them out as when they want a ball. So DJ not being that quarterback that we need, bro, like that's a whole nother thing in itself.
You can't protect on the run. So like I said, it all goes back to football is won in the trenches. Gettleman paid no attention to fucking building an offensive line until a couple years ago. He
But
drafted Andrew
that's his
Thomas
whole
like last year.
bro.
But
That's his
like
whole.
it's so stupid, bro.
That's
I'm done with this team after next year. If we don't get if Gettleman gets fired, that's fine. I you like that's enough for me. But if we fire Joe Judge and we get a shitty head coach, there's gonna be problems because like I know for a fact there's people in the NFL that deserve a head coaching job. Keelan Moore, I don't know if you know him. He's on the Cowboys. He's an offensive coordinator.
mm.
He's one of the best damn offensive coordinators in the fucking game right now, bro. Like
Yeah.
I feel like we desperately need an offensive minded coach. Pat Shermer was an offensive minded coach, but he fucking sucks. Um, we need somebody who's gonna be able to coach us and help us score because defensively, I think Patrick Graham is doing an okay job, aside from fucking giving up 200 fucking rushing yards to the fucking Eagles. The fucking backup Eagle fucking
The backup Eagles committee. I know, bunch of backups on
fucking
that team.
bullshit. Oh
If
man.
if you if you get rid of if you're getting rid of everybody, you replace some problems with the O line. Get a new quarterback. Obviously, bring in a new coach. You bring everybody new. Then next 2022 should be a year that for change. Absolutely. If you don't want to keep this up for in the near future, because if you're bringing a lot of new people in, you got to get rid of everybody. You don't keep the old players there. So 2022 should be an interesting year for them, honestly. So it's
And if I could play matchmaker right now and I could switch the quarterback out, I think Joe Burrow would do numbers with the Giants.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really like I know like a lot of people said that, oh, you know, you got Jamar Chase, but how are you gonna get him the ball if you can't, you know,
Yeah.
but he's made it work all season. So, you know, but
Bengals,
obviously
Bengals
the
is the best
Bengals,
team. Yeah.
the fucking Bengals are better than us, bro. Holy shit, bro.
Credit to them
The
though.
Bengals are fucking
Credit to Cincinnati. Cincinnati, they were in that process of rebuilding. They got a quarterback that they wanted last year. I had a feeling at the beginning of the season that Burrow was going to break out this season, and look what they did. And it's really a race between them and the Ravens. Steelers are cooked, and the Browns are so and so. So look at Cincinnati, man. Now, listen, you want to see that from your quarterback you drafted in the first round. Credit to them. They deserve to be better than the Giants, bro. Don't say that they're better than us. Like it's a surprise that they took their time and they obviously put the good amount of time to bring a team onto that field. Not Super Bowl contenders, but definitely playoffs. A better team than us, though. I wouldn't put them as a the Bengals are even better than us. Like, a lot of teams are better than the Giants, bro. Right now, fucking Giants. Anyway,
um,
I get
bro,
headaches thinking.
I'm
I
done.
get headaches thinking about them, bro. I get headaches thinking about them. But you know what else gives me headaches? You know what else gives me headaches, bro?
What? Tell me.
Uh, the fucking NBA officiating. The refs
Oh.
that officiate the game at any given game in the league. These
Mm-hmm.
refs
Mm-hmm.
very
Yeah.
inconsistent, very much let's give a team 25 attempts at the line and let's make it only 12 for the other team because clearly he's getting a bunch of contact. And if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, then you don't watch basketball, obviously. But this past week, the amateurs. Well, I was in the building for the Knicks Nets game at the Barclays Center.
The
Uh,
amateur.
the amateur. Well, I'd say you were there in spirit as well, bro. The amateurs are in the building. Your boy was in the Barclays Center, aka the Knicks second home court. Um, we had to. The Barclays had to give the Knicks a game to sell out the Barclays because they cannot sell the Barclays with Nets fans alone. I am speaking this into existence, and it's the truth. Anybody that wants to debate me on this, please tell me when you have sold out a game other than the playoffs. I want to know. Besides that, Knicks Nets on this past Tuesday. Great night to be at the Barclays, bro. The energy in there was through the roof, bro. From the moment of from 30 minutes before the game, the fans were piling in, walking in. You know, I got there pretty early just to see how it would be, and it's pretty quiet up until like 7:15. Bro, there was not an empty seat in the Barclays on Tuesday, bro. And I told you before, I don't know, you remember a few episodes ago, I had gone to the home opener for the Nets. My cousin of mine invited me. You know, he's a big basketball fan in general. I don't, you know, he wanted me to go. I was like, yeah, cool. I'm not. It's not coming out of pocket, so why not? I went to the Nets home opener. I'm sorry, and their arena was pretty like spotty. They had a bunch of unsold seats, and it wasn't like a packed home game. And then you looked at the Knicks home opener. If you remember, double T against Boston, the Garden was rocking, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe this place will get sold out tonight. As I'm, seeing everybody pile in, bro. Yo, that place was essentially MSG part two. The defense chance we were getting, yo, bro. You know how they have these chants of kind of like, and when you're getting I guess in the offense, the home team is on offense, right? You know, they have this music, like just some random music playing, right? Like they might have Drake or some rhythm going. I don't know. When the when Knicks on defense, bro, they were chanting defense, and you could hear the defense chants. Like like we were chanting defense over basically everybody else. That's every other Net fan. And when Harden and Durant were at the line, bro, we were booing the crap out of them, bro. Like that was a game to be at. They got some questionable ass calls on Harden. Harden was getting everything called against them that night. And that's what I wanted to go to the officiating. They were calling everything against Harden. Randall was getting a lot of BS from the officials, talking about they're gonna officiate the game because of his height, because of his strength. It's not nobody's fault that it's not his fault that these guys can't stop me. That I'm stronger than them. You know, he has a right to be pissed, bro. Like if you're gonna defend me, bro, right? Or if I'm defending you, bro, and you're obviously bigger than me, right? And obviously I don't have that weight advantage against you. Obviously I'm gonna foul you, but since you're that size, you're not gonna get that call because I'm the smaller guy. Like that's not nobody's fault. That's definitely not your fault. It's probably my fault because I shouldn't be guarding you. That's the case. They were calling a bunch of BS calls. The officials lost the game for the Nets, and these Nets fans were on Twitter loud. They were loud on the Knicks lost the game because of those calls. The Nets fans on Twitter were talking a lot of smack, saying that they own New York. Listen, you guys cannot say you guys own New York when you have to put up offers to sell tickets at the Barclays. The Knicks don't have any offers to buy one get one ticket. I never heard of that at MSG. Have you heard of that? Because I haven't heard of that. So
she's hell, bro.
What? Who, me? No,
Yeah, bro.
Nah, bro. Nah. It's because we demand we fill out the Garden. We don't have to do all these other things to get people in the building. You could tell at on Tuesday night, you could definitely tell that we were not there. Another thing is that Harden post game admitted it that there was a lot of Knicks fans in the building, more than Nets fans. And James Harden admitted that on live on TNT. He's even said it himself. The Knicks fans was in the building tonight, and we were in the building, 100%. We were out chanting every possession. There was a Nets fan a couple seats like to the right of me. He was talking a lot of smack. I was talking a lot of smack. I was like, listen, you guys, wish you could be the Knicks and wish could be that talk of the town. But man, fuck the officials. Overtime. I wish we would have sent the game to overtime. When Fournier hit that 3-pointer, bro, ballistic. A whole place went ballistic. I definitely want to go to another Knicks Nets game. I would like for you to be there as well to experience that, because that is an experience you do not want to miss. You're a fan of sports, bro, and obviously you're pretty much, I'd say you like the Knicks, right? So I'm pretty sure you enjoy that experience, bro. But definitely cannot miss out the next one. Yeah, man. I had so much to process there. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, yeah, it's cool. Also in that game, Kemba Walker got benched. How do you
Yeah,
feel about that?
I would say Kemba was very vocal to his teammates. If you noticed on the broadcast, I didn't realize this till I got home. So I was going through the highlights and through Twitter and whatnot. That the TNT team seemed to like panning the camera to Kemba Walker a whole lot. And a lot of fans pointed it out. They're trying to get, I guess they wanted to get a reaction from Kemba, trying to be very like unsupportive of the team, trying to make him look bad, essentially. But this guy, Kemba Walker, was for his team, cheering him on when Cookie hit that 3-pointer to give us the lead. We were down by 12. So he hit a 3-pointer that kind of finished that comeback for us. He was cheering. He was out there on the court cheering everybody on. I like to see that he's, still supportive of the team, which you got to be. You can't be petty because of your actions. It's your own fault. You're not playing what what they want you to be, your potential. So it's good that he's being supportive. I don't like to see him be on the bench like that. At least it should have gave him some playing time. I don't think you take him out of the rotation entirely, but Thibs has his things. Thibs has his lineups. He has his reasons. So I think if he can get traded sooner than later, great. If not, they got to figure a way to bring him back into that lineup. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, the Knicks are obviously being a lot more proactive than they are reactive. They see that Kemba Walker is not performing to his potential, and they are going to do something about it. That's a great sign when you have
Mhm.
a very well managed organization. I can't say it's been like that forever for the Knicks, but they are clearly on their P's and Q's when it comes
Mhm.
to making sure that the team is ready for the playoffs and in contention. And what that takes is persistence and understanding, okay, I have this player here. He's supposed to be an integral part of our offense, and he's not performing as such. So it's time to look for other options on the market. Now, do you think John Wall would be a perfect fit for the New York Knicks?
John
Because
Wall
he's in
on
that situation where
yeah.
the Rockets want him to be on the bench and they want the young guys to start, but John Wall obviously very talented superstar, and he's not gonna stand for that.
The deal with John Wall and his problem in Houston, I don't think you want to pick up that contract and a player like him is he's kind of more iffy than anything. I don't think you should give him up for Kemba Walker. I think you're practically getting the same player almost. Somebody that's kind of later in their career now. He hasn't played since April of the last April of this year hasn't played, so he hasn't played a game yet this year. I don't think you should trade him honestly, but if they're trying to move him that bad, the Knicks are trying to move him. I guess he's a great fit for point guard for point guard. I suppose you're leaving Kemba to freaking to wander away in Houston, giving John Wall an opportunity, but it's all about his contract. Is they're going to pick it up or not? If they're going to decide to want to keep, you want to pay him that money or not? Because he's going to be a lot of money if you pick him up, trading him. The Knicks are going to end up paying part of that contract that he has with Houston. So I don't know. It's kind of it's a good swap, I suppose. But another thing I wanted to bring up about the Knicks and their issue, not the related issues, but geez, they have they brought in a bunch of Thibs has his ways of doing things and bringing in different lineups. When Obi was on the court that night, he had the loudest reaction. And Obi Toppin is one of the, I guess, the new fan favorites almost. But when he's on the court, man, you had that dimension to that offense, and then you have the bench. When the bench is doing better than your starters, obviously it says a lot. You have a deep bench. The Knicks proved it as well, by the way, that they can compete with the best in the league. The Nets have the two superstars. Respectfully, I will be respectful to Durant and Harden. They are the best at the position. Durant's more the one of the best to ever play the game. They kept up with him, lost the game because of officiating. The other thing is Sorry to mention this again, but they can keep up with a lot of the teams, and I'm proud of. It was kind of a moral victory, I guess you could say. But Obi
Yeah.
Toppin and these bench guys, everybody that's there, they have a it's kind of great. And Randall played phenomenal, the best he's played the entire year on Tuesday. He played some very good clutch moments, made a lot of clutch baskets. He's playing like the Randall I remember from last season. Like where the hell was that this entire month and a half? So he came out and balled out too. So there's a lot of pieces that we have on the Knicks that are kind of like you can build. We're building as well. We've changed the culture there. Tibbs is one of those reasons. And I'm happy for that.
No, yeah, it's great. Speaking of, I want to circle back to point guards that could potentially be traded. The Knicks are looking, not the Knicks, the Nets are looking to shop Kyrie Irving.
speaking
I
of
can't
Kyrie,
say,
speaking of
I
Kyrie
can't
Irving,
say that I
yeah.
was surprised, but I know you were in the same building as him yesterday. So
Yo, bro. The first thing that came up to my mind when I saw it's funny. So yesterday I was shooting Seton Hall basketball, covering a couple of different New Jersey teams. So I'm on the baseline. I'm sitting trying to, capture the game. To my right, I look at the courtside seats. Just by luck, maybe I would have noticed somebody that's there, somebody famous. And then I heard the student section for Seton Hall chant Kyrie Irving. I'm like, Kyrie Irving? What the hell why would be a Kyrie Irving chant be going on at a college basketball game? Seton Hall. He has no affiliation with Seton Hall. He's from Jersey. Yes, I get it, but I don't think there's any affiliation with the two. I looked around and then a fellow photog that was there, he was like, "Hey, that looks like Kyrie Irving." And I look again, bro, and yo, he's right there, bro. I'm like, that's not Kyrie Irving. That's wild. I was like, that's freaking Kyrie with the hat, with the mask. He has some mask. It's a Native American mask, and he was with his with his girl. And I was like, yo, I guess they don't want you in the building, to be honest. You can't go to NBA games because they don't you can't go to other NBA games, so I guess you gotta go to college. He lives in the States, so he lives in Jersey. It was crazy seeing Kyrie Irving there, bro. I guess
imagine.
he has nothing to do now because he's not balling. If the Nets do decide to unload him, like you mentioned, I guess you got to get rid of him because there's this new thing going on with this new. There's always these new names now coming on with this new. I guess I don't know. I don't even want to say the damn thing, but I'm sick of talking about it. But these new things going on, new, and I don't think New York is gonna put a lift on that certain thing they have with these. The status of so and so, and you can't play. That's not gonna change in New York. So I guess your
Mhm.
best option is to trade him. The Nets are doing good without him for now. I don't know how long this is gonna last for them. Without Kyrie Irving, obviously you want to have a point guard like him on your floor on your team, because he obviously opens up the offense a lot and makes everybody else's job easier. To have him not on that court, I guess it's a loss for the Nets. But if you got to move him, you got to move him because you're gonna have that cloud hovering over you, essentially for the Nets. Everybody likes to talk about the Nets having their struggles, but they seem to be doing pretty well. So
Mhm.
I think trading him is the best case scenario. I don't know who you get him for. I don't know what options you would trade him for. The value is obviously there, so he's gonna
Ben
warrant
Simmons, send it.
Ben Simmons for Kyrie Irving. Yo, what are you? What are you stupid or something?
He'll definitely open up the.
Yeah, but why would you
He's
want
still a
Ben
superstar,
Simmons? Why
bro.
would you want Ben Simmons for
He plays
Kyrie Irving?
defense, bro. He
I
plays
guess
elite. He
I
plays
get he plays
defense on an
defense.
elite
I
level,
get he
and
does.
he'll be able to fucking
But you
play
look at
down the
okay,
stretch.
but
Listen,
can
okay,
you
and this
produce
is
that?
here's the thing. No, look. No. Let me finish. You don't let me fucking finish. Ben Simmons will play elite defense, and you need elite defense at the point guard position. Kyrie Irving does not provide that. He provides elite scoring. He's an amazing scorer, and he can fucking what fucking Ben Simmons can fucking take the ball to the fucking butterhole as good as the next guy, bro. Only thing is, he can't fucking shoot. Thing is, with the Nets, doesn't fucking matter. Kyrie can not fucking Kyrie. KD can fucking shoot. James Harden can fucking shoot. Those are the guys that are gonna fucking get you those fucking clutch shots. Ben Simmons would have the weight off his shoulders. He'd be playing in a position and in a role where he doesn't have to shine as much. And I don't think he's okay with that. Simo the Savage is still out there. He could still potentially be traded. I think that swapping the two would, I don't know what the fucking law, the fucking just the fucking what you call the fucking rules for the vaccine in Philadelphia is. But hey, if Kyrie could play there, I think, do I think he succeeds in that system? No. But I think the Nets come out winning because they have an elite point guard, somebody who could definitely guard Giannis when it comes playoff time. And they're definitely, I feel like they could beat the Knicks if fucking Ben Simmons is on that team 7 games. Hot take? Is that a hot take?
That is a very hot take. Ben Simmons for Kyrie Irving. I think Kyrie Irving makes the Sixers a lot better. Obviously, bring him Philadelphia, it's a lot better.
He makes any team a lot better.
He makes any
He's
team a
just
lot better.
point blank.
Yes. With Simmons on the Nets, I guess you don't have that worried about offense. Okay, you're right. They do have scoring options. Durant and Harden can definitely ball out and score. Defense, you have very much an anchor on defense. He can't shoot for his life though, so that's one thing you got to compensate for.
That's okay because you have
Giannis being
amazing
guarded by
players.
him, I don't think Giannis is really going to be his particular issue. It's more so Durant's problem to guard him, and Durant can play good defense. But I guess you have an extra person like that on your court that's very defensive minded. Makes it a whole lot better. That's a hot take to say that he would go. They would swap him out for those two, but I guess defense.
It's just I'm not
I
a
guess defense.
GM, bro. I'm just
No,
throwing it
no,
out there.
I know. No, but you play a lot of OOTP, so I think you have a lot of GM skills. So you know.
That's baseball. I played a lot of franchise in 2K, bro. So
Okay.
don't play me, bro.
All right. Well, listen.
I'm out here. I know what I'm
Same
doing.
thing. Same thing, bro.
I
Yeah.
fucking, bro. I made fucking so many dynasties. I fucking had a dynasty with Ben Simmons and Zach LaVine, bro. It was crazy. So don't ever fucking disrespect me. Speaking of 2K, bro, they got rid of the fucking side to side cheese, and the game is a lot more fun to play because these trash ass players that fucking zigzag every fucking time on park and fucking rec, they can't do that shit no more. So if you're a side to side
They got
cheeser,
rid of
don't
that.
fucking play 2K because
They
you
got rid of
fucking
that.
suck.
They got rid of that. Nice.
Yeah, they actually fucking put time to take that out, and now people who were good fucking suck now. We had like me and CJ and Cam, we were fucking running it up on the fucking park because nobody can zigzag anymore. It's a lot more difficult. Granted, there's still people that can do it. However, most of those people are not as good as they were before because you're not getting those open shots anymore. Love to see it.
Fine, but now I gotta get back on 2K then. See what's this whole
It's more fun.
thing's about.
It's more fun. That's my take on that update. It's an amazing update. It actually makes me want to play the game more. So
2K is one of those games. 2K is one of those games you can, just, if you have your player, you can just pop in and play and have a good time. I like 2K. I think that game's better than Madden, but that's a whole nother debate right there.
don't get me started on Madden, please. That's it for me. I'm pretty disappointed overall as a fan. I feel like I should hang myself, but I don't know. I don't really have much outside of this sports thing. You know, I had a good Thanksgiving. I don't know about you.
I had a good Thanksgiving. I'm burnt. I am mentally burnt in terms of visiting all these sports venues in the last week and change. I was in I don't know how many different arenas in the last like 4 or 5
Fucking
days.
many, bro.
Too
How's
many.
USB Arena? I mean UBS Arena.
Oh, UBS Arena. Yes. UBS Arena is a very, very nice arena. It has very much everything that's brand new in there. It's spotless. It
smells. How does it smell?
Smells like it just smells new, like a new car almost. It smells like it just smells.
Okay.
It smells great. Environment's pretty great. I like it. It's not like any other arena, bro. It's not like the Barclays. It's not like the Garden. It's unique. It's a little small. Maybe because I was on 100 level. I went to see Monday Night Raw, so that was pretty cool. First time ever. The arena's kind of a little. It's a little low. It's not as high as I would think it is. It's not as steep as like the Barclays. So the Barclays is very steep. This state, UBS is not as steep, but it's it's a pretty low arena. It's not. It doesn't like overpower you in terms of like the size. It's not as humongous. So I think it's gonna be great to see other events there, man. Whether it be concerts, whether it be hockey, whether it be WWE, they have ball there. They have a couple of college ball teams playing there. I think it's gonna be great to go wherever you want to go see it, whatever's in town, and you want to go see it there. You're gonna have a good time to go to UBS Arena, honestly.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
great. It's in my backyard, so
it's right there.
ready to go.
It's literally right there for me. I walked there even though it was freezing. I walked. I was like, yo, I ain't paying for parking. I definitely ain't paying for a cab because why am I gonna do that? I'm right there.
Exactly. That's pretty much it for me, Ed. I don't got anything else. You got anything else?
Nah, man. I just hope I hope we get a good Sunday coming up. Good week for the
A
Giants.
good Sunday? Oh, please, bro.
Good week for the Giants.
Who do we
uh,
play?
who do we play? Oh, we play the
Miami.
Miami. Yes, we play Miami. We play
Nah,
the
we're not
Dolphins.
winning that game, bro. We're not winning that game.
Shout out to the Knicks, playing their asses off. They're playing right now. Tie game 1-11 against Chicago. 53 seconds. Good game. I will tune in right after this. I will see who wins this game. But other than that, man, it was good to be back. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. A little break, a little hiatus we had.
Thanksgiving break. Yeah,
Thanksgiving break.
it's good.
Last month of the year, December coming by really fast. So we gotta, ramp it up again.
2022. What the
2022
fuck?
around the
Oh
corner.
shit.
Yo, hey, listen, that's crazy.
Shout out to everybody watching. Like always, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on social media, Amateurs Podcast on TikTok. We're looking to add more content everywhere, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you all for watching. If you stuck around here, make sure to share, like, comment, do whatever to fucking bless us with the fucking algorithm. And we will see you on the next episode of the Amateurs Podcast. Peace.